Hello, welcome to Metalhead Nation Garage. I'm Chris, your host. Hey, give a thumbs up and or subscribe to the channel. Hey, getting into some music news today, and we're going to talk about these vinyl sales. Man, they're breaking records left and right anymore. This December, during Christmas week, they sold over 2.2 million vinyl records in the U.S. So, wow, it's the largest sales for that they really started counting in the 90s since 1991. So, and they saw a 46% increase in sales, to the week prior. So it's hey, this ain't going away. This vinyl sales, and just seeing, and which I think is really cool. I mean, I remember when I was younger going to the record store to get the my album and things, and know what I wanted. I was looking for the music itself. For one, but it was really cool, to see the covers that the bands would put out, knowing what they was going to do. That was a big thing for me, just to see, hey, what Sabbath, what was they going to put on the front of the cover, or Van Halen and or Queen and some of these bands that do that. That would be their Iron Maiden. They really had some cool covers on there. Death Angel, some of that Overkill, some of them metal bands back in the 80s and things. They would really keep you guessing, and when the album came out and what they was going to put on it. It really changed there in 1980, which was really cool. That's when Brian Johnson joined AC/DC and came out with Back in Black, and they just threw it out there with AC/DC in a black cover, so they and the reasoning behind that, according to the band, is they didn't want the cover taken away from the music, because they was very proud of that Back in Black. And so and hey, history made on that, and millions of copies sold. So I think it's a second best selling album behind Michael Jackson, I believe. So and it was number one for a while, and until Michael passed him up. But yeah, really cool. But I wanted to know what some of you old timers on here thought, and in the new generation too. What is it for the new generation to go out to get this? Is it nostalgia? I know what it was for me. I just told you, a lot of different things. But what is it for this young group? Is it the cool turntables they have now for them? I know the different colors of the vinyl is a big hit for some, and that's a big hit for me. I like that different colors of the vinyls. But let me know what you guys think, man. And hey, everything's good, if it goes. So, and it seems to be taking off. So the only bad thing is here, I know I couldn't get some albums that I ordered because there's a backlog. I've waited 3 or 4 months for some, still waiting, and I don't even know when I'll get them, or even if I get them, I may just, get my money back and get it on, I have it on digital. If I want it really bad, I guess I'll get it on the CD. But, and another thing is coming out, them cassettes. It ain't as big yet, but these bands are having that option on their website. So cassettes coming back. Wow. Just crazy. But I guess that's an old saying, right? What comes around goes around. Possibility there. And but we'll get on to the news, rock news today. Kind of love staying with the metal part of it. There's a band, Monster Magnet. They formed in the late 80s, and tore up the charts in the 90s. But they had several great hits. What I liked about it, one of their big hits was Space Lord. But it's a grooving band. It's different, It's not like the Hair Nation back in the 80s. It's just a dirty, grooving music, and nothing fantastic. It's just a good groove. Vocals is nothing fantastic. Ain't going to stick out, but it just works all together. Kind of I don't know. That's kind of the only way I could, just a dirty, raw type rock and roll, and really good, And but check them out. I know got some feedback on some, putting these bands out here on there and have you check them out, and been getting some feedback that they like them. So check these guys out, because they are good. They're announcing a tour here in 2023, starting off in May, do a couple shows here, and then they head over to Europe. So Monster Magnet. So be on the lookout. And if you haven't heard them, check them out. And I tell you, you'll be impressed with it, especially with that Space Lord single. That is, it is really cool, man. Good band, good rocking band there. And moving on to some other news here, and it would be on, we're staying with them around the 2000 era. I talk a lot about the 60s and 70s, and some 80s in there previously. At 90s, talk a little bit about there, but it's only about Pearl Jam, Red Hot Chili Peppers. There's not much action in that 90s yet. Except for them two, and we'll get back to that, but we're hitting the 2000s now, which kind of picked up, and I like that better than that grunge. Don't get me wrong, I like the grunge. There's a lot of grunge in the 90s I like, and I'll go back to it in another episode and concentrate on that. But Nonpoint started out in 2000, and big, not a big band. I shouldn't say that, but they're kind of in that new metal category. But really good band. Again, they kick it off in June, their tour, and then hit Europe, and then they come back to the States. But they, they was good grooving band if you like the new metal, which is not bad. It's I like it. It's kind of it's not the death metal or like Overkill or some of that hard driving. It's not like that. I like them better than Korn. I would put them in that part of it, and but came out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida too. They really good, solid band of the 2000s, and if you're out there, man, and just another band, that came out, Bullet With My Name, The Reckoning, the big one was Alive and Killing in 2005. Very good band. Get out and see them if you can, or check these guys out on your Spotify and let me know what you think of them, man. They again, and these bands I'm talking about, they're not flashy. They really, they're not a big headline name, but they're a good opening act, and that are really good, and making their way. And here's another one too, back from the 2000s too. They're getting ready to do the tour too, and it's called they're called Flyleaf. Really good. They're out of Belton, Texas, 2002. They came, going up the charts. They're mainstream rock right now, and so really good. They have some of the 2000s. They had some songs out there. Again, not gonna be they're gonna be an opening act. All Around Me, I'm So Sick, Fully Alive is a great one. Again, and Sorrow, but a good band, good grooving band. Check them out. I like giving these guys, these other bands, a little bit of time, a little bit of news, especially when they're out touring and stuff. And they're out touring in 2023, starting in the first quarter of this year. So if they come around, be on the lookout for them. And again, check them out on Spotify and let me know what you think of them. And then last, I'm sure you heard of this. This is a big band in the 2000s, is Seether. They're getting ready. They are on for a 2023 tour. They start that, they're doing some Europe tours first at the Download Festivals in June, and then they'll make their way back to the States. And they're actually on tour right now, too. But Seether, golly, man, they had some great songs, in the 2000s. Oh my gosh, and Broken, Fake It, Fine Again, Remedy, just a great band. I really like them. Like the groove to it. Again, and they're not going to kill you. It ain't going to kill you flashiness or anything like that. Just a good grooving. The vocals ain't going to stand out that much with you, but as a group, man, they're solid. So, if you see, they're in your neck of the woods, check them out. And if you haven't heard of these guys, Spotify it and give us a comment on it and let us know. And hey, that'll be it all for this edition of Metalhead Nation Garage. We'll see you on the next episode.